Back. It's Celebrity Thursday here on Fire Your MD Now, and you know you can always check us out 24/7 online, fireyourmdnow.com, where you can get all kinds of information about our health recovery protocols, health through medical nutrition. You can get information about how to join our cause, about how to become a member of our band of merry men and women across the country who are lifting their friends and family and church members up into financial and wealth and health. I mean, there's nothing better than this, ladies and gentlemen. It does not get any better than this. If you want to talk to me live, of course, the toll-free number from anywhere in the U.S., 866-582-9933, 866-582-9933. And if you would like help from one of my associates getting an order together, navigating the website, figuring out what to take, give my office a call. I've got people standing by, 855-347-3696. That number, once again, 855-347-3696. We like to keep it real here at fireyourmdnow.com. I'm just telling it like it is, and it is a sad story here in the United States as far as our health is concerned. Nobody's sticking up. Nobody's standing up except myself and a handful of my colleagues saying, wait a minute, look what's going on. We need a second opinion. And in the spirit of keeping things real, I am pleased as punch, as Hubert Humphrey used to say, to introduce you to my very special celebrity guest today. His name is William Andreoli. He is the brand new president of the Longevity Company, and he brings to the Longevity family decades of experience with networking. He is a legend in the world of network marketing, and he has done so much for longevity. Since Bill Andreoli has been with the Longevity Company, the revenues from the company have gone from $1 million a month to $11 million a month. Not bad. Wouldn't GM, wouldn't Chrysler, wouldn't Ford Motor Company love to see those kind of profits? You bet they would. We're going to hear it straight from the horse's mouth about how that happened. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bill Andreoli. Bill, thanks for being with us. Hello, Bill. Come in, Bill. Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
That's perfect. Yes, I can.
Oh, good.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for showing up here today. How's it going?
It's going very well. How are you?
Really, really great. Now, how long have you been with the Longevity Company?
August, it'll be a year, so somewhere around 10 months right now.
Yeah, really great. And before Longevity, you had your own networked business called FDI. And how long had you had FDI?
We were just about approaching 9 years when we ended up joining forces with Longevity.
Yeah, so you have a decades worth of experience in network marketing. Now, from your networking experience, just in the business of network marketing, since you've been Longevity, give the listening audience a little taste of what you've seen happening and what the buzz in network marketing is all about now.
Well, the buzz of network marketing, obviously all matters on what the products and services of the company that they're a part of. But the big thing that I've seen is across the board, people are looking for, a way to feel better and a way to bring more cash flow to their families. And the two things I've seen over the last 10 months here and why we've seen this tremendous growth is right now, more than any time, there are millions of people, obviously, looking for a way to bring more cash to their family's table, looking for a way to bring more money in, but also so many people, baby boomers and everyone else, are all starting to figure out that there's another way, to get healthy, that not just listen to the MD, not just getting on those prescription drugs, that they can take back control of their life. And, you cannot compete with feeling better. And when you have a company like we do with Longevity and that product line, and with Dr. Wallach's mission and with Dr. Glidden, the 90 for Life message, I've never seen. I've been in this industry now, Dr. Glidden, for 23 years, and I have never, ever seen the testimonials that I see in this company. I have never seen these types of testimonials. A lot of other companies will talk about life-changing testimonials. They use those words kind of loosely because someone lost 5 pounds or because someone felt a little bit more energy. you know better than anyone, the testimonials that we're hearing in this company, they truly are life-changing testimonials, and I've been able to see that now for myself, from my own family, and obviously for the large tens of thousands of my FDI family members.
Yeah, you know, from that point of view, Bill, it's really, this is a perfect storm, right? It's the perfect combination of company amalgams, because your company, the FDI company, was very strong in business training and very strong in support and very strong in teaching its associates what to do and how to do it in order to make their businesses strong, and how to save people money, how to have their associates make money, how to increase financial security. It was a great thing, and the Longevity Company was light on that. The Longevity Company hardly had any business training at all, but the Longevity Company was really, really heavy in product knowledge and health knowledge, right? So now that we've got those two forces married together, joined at the hip, the sky is the limit.
Oh, for sure. Like you said, I mean, what Dr. Wallach, Dr. Glidden, you know, and everyone that's involved with longevity, Steve Wallach, what they've created over the last 15 years is unbelievable, with the best formulations, the best products on the planet. What we had been doing for the last 9 years was developing systems, developing relationships, and, you know, we figured out a long time ago that if you want masses of people to do anything, you got to keep it simple enough for the masses of people to do. So you systemize so people can duplicate. So there are all these people right now that are looking for that way that they can bring that extra income to their families. They're not looking for a second job. They're not looking to punch someone else's clock, and that is what a lot of people are doing because they haven't found an opportunity like ours with longevity. Here they can plug in, let the experts do what they do, meaning, you know, the formulations, you don't need to try to formulate the products. You don't need to build the big building with the big warehouses and ship products. We do all of that stuff. All you have to do is introduce people to a better way for their health and a better way to bring income to their families. So what we did is we took their getting healthy, okay, and we have the saving money, and now we got a way for people to save money, get healthy, and create wealth.
It's unbelievable. Why, when people, I've shown the longevity compensation plan of the way that the longevity associates are paid and what you have to do to get paid, what you have to do to qualify to get paid, and how much you get paid. I've shown MBAs the compensation plan, and they can't believe it. I mean, they think I'm kidding them. They think this can't be real. This company can't be paying out this much, but it is real. Ladies and gentlemen, the Longevity Company was set up by Dr. Wallach for one reason and one reason only: to change the way that health care is practiced and disseminated in the United States. Now, how are we going to do that? We need to do that by forming a grassroots coalition of the informed, an army of sorts, right? Every army needs to be paid. I mean, just look in your history books. Every army needs to be paid. So the longevity compensation plan, the program through which the longevity distributors get paid, is extremely user-friendly, is extremely associate-friendly. There's no other compensation plan in network marketing that comes even close to what longevity does. And when people just compare apples to apples, you know, for different network marketing companies in the United States, the longevity compensation plan stands out way above everything else.
I would 150 million times agree with you. And the thing that I always talk to people about is these testimonials. And again, you know these testimonials better than I even do. And you know, we hear testimonials every single day. And again, life-changing type testimonials that even if there was no compensation plan tied to this at all with longevity, people would share this information with the people they know and they care about, right?
Right.
But we do obviously pay, and it's very, very, very lucrative, and people are going to share because, like I said, when things are happening with people's blood sugar, with their blood pressures, with arthritis, with mega weight loss, with all the different things that are happening with us, they're going to go tell somebody else. And all we're saying, to continue that grassroots campaign, to continue our mission, to continue the crusading of 90 for life, telling people that you need those 90 essential nutrients in your body, okay, to have that disease-free body. You want to tell your family, your friends, your coworkers, your aunts, your uncles, I mean, anyone that you come in contact with, you care about a little bit. you want to share this type of information with. And Dr. Glidden, you were there with me at the annual convention in Orlando, Florida just a little bit ago. And there was people in that room that when they first got started, they just wanted to be a product user. They just wanted to try out the products. When they got the testimonials, they decided for as little as $10 to get started, and they started making commissions. And some of those people now during that 15-year duration that they've been here, let's say if they've been here since the beginning, and so many others that have been here for, 15 weeks to 5 years, 10 years, and everywhere in between, you saw those people standing on that stage. And you saw people in their 60s and 70s, and you saw people in their early 30s, and you saw people of all age groups, all different nationalities. I mean, you saw a great diverse group of people on that stage holding checks that they had earned in excess of over $1 million. Not everyone that came into this company came in here for that purpose. They came here because they believe in the products and they truly want to go out there and help people. But because they've helped so many people and that just kept on spreading and spreading and spreading, because good news travels fast, now a lot of these people are doing longevity on a full-time basis.
Yeah, and this is the remarkable thing about it, because what do? All we do is show people what we're up to. We're not selling a darn thing. We just show people what we're up to and see if they'd like to do it too and to which degree they'd like to engage with us. You can engage with us as a customer. You can ask us what we recommend you take to support and promote the health of your blood sugar or your blood pressure or your joints and bones, whatever it is. We have Dr. Wallach's Health Recovery Formulations dialed in, and we'll tell you what they are for free, and we'll even give you the products at the wholesale price. Or you can join our merry band of men and women and help to change the way that your members of your community, members of your family, members of your church relate to their health. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a fantastic opportunity. Do not let it pass you by. Mr. Andreoli, we're right out of time here. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your commitment. I want to thank you for your stance. And I want to especially thank you for your energy and your passion. It's really a privilege to be with other people who feel the message of longevity. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Dr. Glidden.
866-582-9933, and if you'd like help placing an order, call my office. Someone's standing by to help you right now at 855-347-3696. We're going to go right to the phones right now and talk to Jerry. Jerry, you are live on Fire Your MD Now.
Thank you, Dr. Glidden. I've got a daughter that's 9 years old. She's about 165 pounds, very active. But at certain times when she's studying, I have her tutor. She has some difficulty sometimes in school. She has a hard time focusing. Then other days, she's firing on all cylinders and she's smart as a tack. And I know it's got to be her food intake. And I know we're going to have to try to do something to clear that up and get some vitamins and some minerals to enhance her concentration.
Okay, well, yeah, you're definitely on the right track there, and that makes you the smartest guy in today's class, Jerry, because you're very observant, right? Most parents they wouldn't even recognize the relationship. So there can be foods that this child is eating that she's allergic to, right? There can be foods that she's eating that she's intolerant to. And if you want to blow your mind, do a Google search for Dr. Doris Rapp, R-A-P-P, Dr. Doris Rapp. I'm not sure if she's still alive. I think she is, but she's an MD who did a groundbreaking work with food allergies in the behavioral disorders of children. And she's got hundreds of videos on her website that show perfectly normal little kids turning into beasts and, possessed children after they eat a certain food, like, a piece of tomato or a piece of bread. And then 10 minutes later, they're, out of control. And that's the extreme of what's happening with your daughter, right? So if we put the wrong fuel in the tank, the engine's not going to work properly. And there's nothing wrong with the engine. It's just the wrong fuel. So one thing that you can do, besides expensive blood work, is just be mindful and keep notes. So the next time your daughter starts spacing out, you want to look to see and write down everything that she had to eat or drink immediately before she started spacing out. So if she starts to space out in the afternoon, look to see what she had for lunch. If she starts spacing out in the late morning, look to see what she had for breakfast, and so forth and so on. And you want to write everything down. And if it's a sandwich, you want to write everything that was on the sandwich, not just sandwich, right? Whole wheat bread, lettuce, tomato, salt, pepper, whatever. You want to write every single thing down. Now, if you do that 3 or 4 times, she spaces out on 3 days in a row or whatever, you'll be able to compare the notes, and by cross-referencing, you'll be able to extract potential foods that she's having trouble with. And then what I would do, the simplest thing to do, is just eliminate those foods from her diet completely, 100%. Don't even let her look at those foods again, okay? Now, in addition to that, you're right. We need to do 2 things here. We need to clean up the diet, make sure that the proper fuel is going down the hatch every day into the tank, and we also need to make sure that her body is supplied with all of the raw materials that it needs to function optimally. And one of the myths that we're suffering from, and it's killing us in the United States, is this false notion that it's possible magically somehow, just by eating from the 4 food groups, to secure all of the nutrition that the human body needs to stay healthy. You can't do that. It's a fool's errand. That is impossible. I can't fly. I just can't walk outside like Superman and fly, nor can I secure all of the nutrients that my body needs, or your body needs, or your daughter's body needs, just by eating from the 4 food groups. So everybody has to supplement. So what we would do for your daughter initially, as just fundamental boilerplate holistic nutrition, is how much does she weigh?
About 65 pounds.
All right. So I would start her with 1 healthy start pack and 1 bottle of something called Cherry Mints. 1 healthy start pack and 1 bottle of Cherry Mints a month. Just do that for a couple of months. Take the notes about the food that she's eating and extract the foods that are making her nutty. And when you give her those nutrients and remove the offending foods from her diet, she's going to be firing on all 16 cylinders all day long. Oh, one more thing. There are 10 foods that we recommend everybody stop eating, whether you're allergic to them or not, whether you have a reaction to them or not, because there are other reasons that these 10 foods are harmful to the human body. And you can download that list for free on the front page of fireyourmdnow.com. It's called Good Food, Bad Food. So put her on the good food, bad food diet. Give her 1 healthy start pack, 1 bottle of Cherry Mints a day. You get 1 of those per month for the first month. Check it out. Call me back with a progress report, and 5 weeks later, you're going to love what's going to happen to your daughter. It's a long and winding road, ladies and gentlemen. Life is a great big bowl of stress, let's face it. We've got emotional stress, there's financial stress, there's physical stress, there's weather, there's germs, there's crap in the air, crap in the food, crap in the water, and there's political stress, the stress of aging. You go outside in cold weather, it's stressful. You go outside in humid weather, it's stressful. We got mosquitoes, we got brothers and sisters who are knuckleheads, right? Life is a great big bowl of stress, so what are you going to do? Well, if you tried to shovel your driveway in Michigan or Wisconsin or Chicago in the dead of winter and it's 10 degrees below zero outside, you're not going to shovel your driveway in your bathing suit. Because not only would the neighbors look at you funny, but the stress of the cold air would hurt you, could kill you. But if you bundle up, take the proper precautions, wear the right stuff, for goodness sake, you can sleep on the ice if you need to or if you want to. I've got buddies that do that. They're ice fishermen. They go out and they sleep on the ice, believe it or not. You can do that if you take the proper precautions. Well, it's no different with the stress of life. It's no different with the stress of life. In order to help your body handle the stress of life, you better be nutrified. You better be cleaning up your diet so you've eliminated the 10 bad foods. If you don't do this, it's no different than shoveling your driveway in 10 degree below zero weather in your bathing suit. It's just stupid. But the only reason we don't do it is because nobody's told us about this. Your MD certainly hasn't told you about this. Your MD doesn't know about this, and your MD doesn't care about this. We urge you to stop going to the MD for anything involving a chronic health concern, because their therapeutics not only are ineffective, but they're dangerous. So much so that MD-directed therapeutics are the leading cause of death in the United States. Stop going to them. Bad dog, no biscuit. All right, we've got Florine with us next. I think Florine is from New Jersey. Is that correct? Florine, you're live with Dr. Glidden.
Yes, I am. I'm from New Jersey. How you doing, Dr. Glidden?
Hey, which exit?
Exit 155.
See, I know New Jersey. All right, good girl. All right, thanks for calling. How can I help you?
Okay, I'm having female issues.
Of which flavor?
Well, my monthly begin as usual. No issues, no problem. A little itch, but nothing like out of the ordinary. Then by the 5th day, it was still on, but it became lighter. Now I'm on day 11, and it's more or less like a pinkish color, but with a little discharge.
Yeah. And do you normally have long, protracted periods like this, or are they normal? Is it your period from start to finish over in 3-4 days?
Over in 3 or 4 days, but by the 2nd and 3rd day, it's a little heavy. On the 4th day, it's very, very light. Really, nothing much to say.
Okay. So, there could be a number of things that are causing this. When's the last time you had a GYN exam?
Well, I haven't had any insurance, so it's been 2 years.
Okay. And the last time you had it 2 years ago, it's good that you don't have any insurance. Don't feel bad about that. You're the smartest girl in class for not having insurance. Insurance is just throwing good money after bad. I want everybody to cancel their comprehensive insurance. Use the money that you'd use for medical insurance to buy nutritional supplements instead, because nutritional supplements offer you insurance against, disease. Insurance policy doesn't. What we recommend people do is save a little bit of money and buy a catastrophic medical insurance policy in case some knucklehead runs you over, you break your leg, or get a 4th-degree burn or something like that. But I digress. All right, so how long has your menstrual cycle been funky like this?
This is the first month, actually.
Oh, it's the first month. Okay. And is there anything new or unusual in your life, like you moved or you just got divorced or you started a new diet or a new exercise program or anything like that?
Well, I've been under a tremendous amount of stress, but
yeah.
I had the lump in my neck, like from the stress. What I did was I just started using massage therapies and different things of that nature. But I just started working again, and my bills are a little off, but I'm catching up very, very, very slowly.
Okay. Well, it could be a lot of different things, and without, some more diagnostic clues, it's hard to know what this is. So what I'm going to recommend that you do is our boilerplate nutritional program. Because, your uterus and your ovaries and your intestinal tract and your heart and your kidneys and your liver and your spleen and your bone and your joints and your brain and your nerves and your blood vessels are all connected. It's all part of one beautiful system. So this could be a uterine fibroid. It could be just a hormonal imbalance that happens from the stress of your life. And when we get hormonal imbalances, it's because the body has run out of the raw materials that it needs to maintain proper hormone levels. And this might come as a shock, but guess what? All of your hormones are made from, whether you're a man or a woman. Hormones are made from cholesterol. That's what they're made from. So 9 times out of 10, if people are on cholesterol-lowering statin drugs, are you taking a statin drug or any cholesterol-lowering medication?
No, not at this time, no.
All right, good girl. I don't ever want anybody in the listening audience ever to be on a statin drug. They do not work. There's no relationship between cholesterol and heart disease. It does not exist. There's no relationship there. And I have a webinar about that. By the way, you can check it out at fireyourmdnow.com. Hit the webinar link, and it's a $5 a month subscription. I've got 12, 15, 17 webinars that are archived right now. We just did one last night on Lyme disease. There's a wealth of information there for you, ladies and gentlemen, just ripe for the picking. Now, so what I would recommend that you do, Florine, is I want you to start eating eggs for breakfast. I want you to start using butter and not margarine. I want you to start eating full-fat milk, full-fat dairy, full-fat cheese, because remember, fat does not make people fat. Increased calories makes people fat, and the only reason we eat increased calories is because we're nutritionally starved. So when you fill your tank with the proper nutrients and stop eating the 10 bad foods, you're going to feel great, you're going to lose weight, even though you're eating food that's high in fat. It's crazy, but it works. So I want you to be eating eggs, I want you to be eating butter, I want you to be putting salt on every food that's appropriate to put salt on it. And for 2 months, I want you to get one healthy start. How much do you weigh, Florine?
About 230.
Okay, so I want you to get 2 healthy start packs, 2 bottles of plant-derived minerals, and 2 bottles of selenium a month. Now, if you can't afford that, get 1 of each. And if you can't afford that, just get 1 bottle of plant-derived minerals. Or actually, what would be better if you're going to do that is 1 bottle of something called Cherry Mints. It's the plant-derived minerals with a little bit of cherry flavor, because the plant-derived minerals all by themselves taste like water that's been in a garden hose for a week. It's really astringent. It's really a tough taste unless you mix it with something. So we mixed it with something. It's called Cherry Mints. 1 bottle of Cherry Mints is $20 a month. It's $20. That's it, plus shipping and handling. So now, if you can afford 2, get 2. And what I'd like you to do is take 1 ounce of the Cherry Mints twice a day. 1 ounce of the Cherry Mints twice a day. Increase your consumption of cholesterol foods and eliminate the 10 deadly foods. You can download that list for free at fireyourmdnow.com. Right there on the front page is a little link called Good Food, Bad Food. So download that link. Stop eating all of the bad food. Eat more eggs, more butter, more salt. Take the plant-derived minerals, or if you can afford it, the Healthy Start Pack, the plant-derived minerals, and the selenium, whatever you can afford. Dial that in. And if you want help placing that order, give my associates a call. They're standing by to help you. The number there is 855-347-3696. That's 855-347-3696. Or you can just figure it out yourself by going to fireyourmdnow.com and clicking on the Join Us button. It's really pretty easy, okay? Give that a try for a couple months. Call me back. Florine, you're the greatest. Thank you so much for calling. Ben, you're up next. Ben, I don't know where you're calling from. Delaware, maybe? Hello, Ben. Come in, Ben. Is Ben there? Tim. How about Tim?
Yeah.
Sorry, Tim, I'm getting a little confused here. South Dakota?
South Dakota, yeah.
All right, thanks, Tim. How can I help?
Well, my brother's already on your program. He has a number of problems but I won't go into that. But I'm concerned basically about weight, and then I'm waking up a lot at night, having to get up to urinate, and my family all says I snore like a.
Yeah, is that right? Like a train, right?
Yeah.
All right, now do you wake up because you have to pee, or do you wake up because you're wide awake and you can't sleep anymore?
Well, sometimes it's a little bit of both.
Okay. And do you get sleepy after you eat lunch or breakfast? Or
yes,
dinner?
I do. After I eat lunch, usually. Yep.
Okay. And when your body gains weight, do you gain it around your butt, around your abdomen, or around your legs? Where do you gain
on my
weight?
abdomen.
All right. So you have something that's called Syndrome X, or metabolic syndrome. It's pre-type 2 diabetes.
Okay.
Now, I don't want that to scare you, because people think, oh, type 2 diabetes, I'm going to have to be on insulin for the rest of my life. Well, no. Type 2 diabetes, like scurvy, is a simple nutrient deficiency disease. If we were pirates and we had scurvy, we take vitamin C, it goes away. If you have type 2 diabetes or Syndrome X, metabolic syndrome, you take a bunch of mineral supplements and clean your diet up, your blood sugar is going to round itself out nicely, all right? Now, is there a need to urinate in the middle of the night as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you lost height? Are you shorter than you used to be?
That's a good question. I used to be just over 6 foot. A possibility, yeah. I know my brother, who's 10 years younger than me, he lost through about 3 inches.
Okay, well, this stuff isn't genetic, although it might appear to be.
Yeah.
But things like this tend to run in families, because families tend to eat the same way, right? And they live in the same part of the country.
The same thing happened to him. He went from 6'3" down to under 6 foot.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? So that's something called degenerative disc disease, and in your backbone there are little cushions between the vertebrae, and the vertebrae are the bones that the chiropractors adjust. I love chiropractors.
Mm-hmm.
But when those cushions run out of cushion, it's like a feather pillow that's run out of feathers, you lose height because, you know, there's not as much tissue there as was before. Those cushions are there for a reason, though, and they're there to protect the nerves that come out of the spinal cord.
Okay.
So if the cushion next to the nerve that goes to your bladder has lost its cushion, then when you lie down at night, the weight of your abdomen presses on that nerve and makes you want to pee.
Okay.
So an interesting experiment to see if that's really the case is one night to sleep in a Barca-lounger or a reclining chair at 45 degrees.
Okay.
If you sleep at 45 degrees, there's not as much weight pressing down on that nerve. So if you sleep at 45 degrees and don't need to pee as much, then you've got degenerative disc disease. That's a really old-fashioned way of kind of dialing in that diagnosis. All right?
Okay.
Now, the degenerative disc disease, if it's present, the metabolic syndrome, and the weight gain are all arms of the same octopus.
Okay.
And when we come back on the other side of the break, I'm going to tell you specifically what to do to get on the other side of this. But the first thing that you need to do, and everybody listening needs to do, is get on the good food, bad food diet. So go to fireyourmdnow.com, download that document for free, and all the food that's on the bad list, I don't even want you to look at it. Ladies and gentlemen, stick around. I'm Dr. Peter Glidden, coming back. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Peter Glidden with Fire Your MD Now. We're talking to Tim, who has a trifecta of healthcare concerns. We've got pre-type 2 diabetes, presumptively, a degenerative disc disease, frequent urination at night, waking up like he's wide awake at night, and weight gain, right? So, first things first, Tim, what's your body weight right now?
About 260.
All right, there you go. Isn't that funny? That's what I was going to guess. I was going to guess 265. Don't ask me why. Okay. So I have no idea what your budget is, so I'm just going to outline a program, and then this is my dream program, and then I'll, tell you what to reduce if you need to, okay?
Okay.
So per month, it would be 2 healthy blood sugar packs.
Okay.
2 healthy blood sugar packs.
Okay.
2 bottles of plant-derived minerals. Plant-derived minerals. 2 bottles of that.
Okay.
4 bottles of ultimate selenium.
Okay.
And 3 bottles of glucogel in the 240 count.
Okay.
3 bottles of the glucogel in the 240 count. Now, if you're not so concerned about the degenerative disc thing, because as you lose weight, that might just resolve, because it might not be that bad. You can stop the don't do the glucogel to begin with, all right? So you can just eliminate those. You'll save, I don't know, maybe $150 by eliminating those, maybe more. And then the next thing to go off the list would be 1 selenium at a time. I want you to have a minimum of 2 selenium a month, though, okay?
Okay.
2 selenium a month, a minimum of 1 plant-derived minerals, and a minimum of 1 healthy blood sugar pack. So the bare bones would be 1 healthy blood sugar pack, 1 plant-derived minerals, and 1 selenium, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Now, what we're looking for here is specific and measurable results in a certain amount of time. The only thing that makes people gain weight is we eat too many calories. It's got nothing to do with exercise. Zero. Has nothing to do with exercise. The only reason we eat too many calories is because our body's running on fumes, and it knows it. So if your body's running on fumes and it needs vitamin C, it needs vitamin D, it needs calcium to keep your heart healthy, to keep you from having a stroke, it's going to force you to eat. So you go to Olive Garden, you eat 3,000 calories. The only problem is the food you're eating doesn't have the stuff in it you need. So 2 hours later, guess what? You're hungry again. And then, your doctor tells you you're lazy, or get off your fat ass, or your stomach's too big, or you have a bad gene, right?
Right.
I mean, that's what they tell us. And,
I know.
It's crazy, man.
Yep.
And this is also why people will yo-yo with weight, because if you have enough willpower and enough determination. You can force yourself to go on a Weight Watchers calorie restricted diet maybe for 8 weeks.
Right.
You can force yourself to get on that treadmill for maybe 8 weeks, right? You can do that.
I've done that, yeah.
Yeah, but eventually Mother Nature's going to come a knocking, and you ain't never going to win that fight. Because the only reason your body is, your mind, your central nervous system, your brain is making you eat, and it's your brain that's making you eat, the only reason that it's doing that is because it knows you're running on empty, baby. And, holy smokes, man, if you run out of essential fatty acids, you get a stroke. If you run out of selenium, your heart explodes. If you run out of copper, the big artery coming out of your heart explodes. That's how Einstein died. Smartest man in the world didn't even know this. So don't feel bad. I mean, this is not your fault. Quite frankly, it's your doctor's fault. So what happens here is when we fill the nutrient tank up with the right stuff, the right nutrients in the right recipes, right? You go to Olive Garden, there's 3,000 calories on the plate. You eat 600, you're full. You take the rest home in a doggy bag, and life is good.
Right.
So it becomes extremely easy to be on a limited calorie diet when your body is nutrified. So the target for calorie intake is 1,200 calories a day. But I would take these supplements for 2 weeks first before you start to dial in the 1,200 calorie a day diet. And then once your body's nutrified, it'll be easy to be on a 200 calorie a day diet. Now, when you've been on this program for 3 months, if you want to step it up a notch, I'd recommend you do the ASAP weight loss program, but not until month number 4. For the first 3 months, just do this. See what happens. You're going to lose weight slowly and steadily, like watching ice melt in the springtime. You're going to love how you look, and more than that, you're going to love how you feel. So give it a try. Thanks for calling, Tim. I wish you the best of luck. Ladies and gentlemen, where does the time go? I'm Dr. Peter Glidden. Tomorrow, it's Show Me the Money Friday. You're not going to want to miss it. I'll see you then.